thank you. A couple of areas mentioned in this question that have been, at least one of them has been mentioned in passing, but maybe we'll come back to it with a little more detail. And that's funding for transportation services, how that stands and where that is going. I think that's an issue for an awful lot of people. Secondly, there's a question here about making medications more affordable, and I think that that's also an issue that touches lots of families. Anybody want to take on transportation or medication? Kate can jump in.
Very quickly,
Go for it.
I would just say that I have 3 COA vans in my district. That is my public transportation. And so what we are trying to do, and what I in particular am trying to do, is to come to understand how we can bring public transportation to areas that don't have it. That we're near transportation hubs, we're near transportation centers, whether it's regional transportation or commuter transportation. The work, I think, of the time that I am state rep will be to really figure out how we can do that. To that end, I have a meeting, a bit of a summit and a roundtable with some of the other representatives and senators to sit down and say, what do we do in our region to begin to place ourselves strategically? I will not get into it, but there's a lot of talk of regionally funding transportation that gives us more equity and more ability to decide how we want to move forward. We need to know what to ask for. As all you folks know as advocates, we need to know what to ask for. So we're beginning to articulate that. That will also include seniors, veterans, disability. If that's at the beginning of the talks, then we don't have to go back and add it in. And so that's what we're doing in our district with our 3 COA vans and a vision for the future.
While we're on the subject of transportation, I just want to take a minute and give a shout out to the MetroWest Regional Transit Authority. They've been, it's a new agency, it's only been around now for a couple of years, but they have really taken the bull by the horns and have provided a lot of different transportation options to people in MetroWest. They've been very, very responsive in terms of creating new routes, looking for new opportunities, and I think it's just been a tremendous asset to the MetroWest region. And a lot of people rely on that on a daily basis, and they provide good, reliable, inexpensive service. And I just wanted to give a shout out to the RTA.
Just to follow up on that, several years ago, the legislature and the governor undertook a major transportation reform effort in Massachusetts. And so you remember, a part of that was to collapse the agencies in together. A part of that was to raise the sales tax. We went through an analysis, I served on the Transportation Committee at the time, and we went through the analysis of raising the gas tax versus raising some other revenue source. And we did raise the sales tax, and a significant portion of that sales tax increase, which was estimated to be about $900 million, a significant portion of that was directed into transportation to hold down tolls on the turnpike and to help fund the regional transportation agencies, as well as drive money into the T to hold those costs down at that time. As we anticipated, we're back around to that discussion again. And Lieutenant Governor Murray has been courageous enough to come out and start talking again about the need to fund transportation. He's raised the issue of the gas tax again. I suspect the fate of that will be the same as it was then, 4 years ago. But I do see the focus returning to how we solve the transportation problem in Massachusetts.